this
behind one of the Manchester Wood
Mount Equinox on that side, and into.
I was born in Reading, Vermont.
By gunsmith John Dowd in Goshen, Connecticut. So he died in March when he buried. And luckily.
Hello everyone and welcome. You just heard from my father Edward, and I am his daughter Anne Eliza Isham. I was born in Chicago, Illinois in 1862. I am the oldest of 3 siblings. I have 2 brothers, Pierre, Paul, and Edward, and a younger sister, Frances. I lived the majority of my life in Illinois, where I am an active member of the Friday and Scribblers Club. And on occasions, I do enjoy having afternoon tea with the ladies. But living in one place for so long, I felt a bit restless and needed a change. So I traveled abroad to visit my sister, Frances, who lives in Paris. And there, I even adopted a Great Dane that I named Jack to keep me company. Though after spending 9 years in Paris, and with my sister now married, I felt that it was time to head back home for the summer to reconnect with my brother Edward, who lives in New York City. So I purchased a first-class ticket on the grandest ship in the world, the Titanic. And what a marvelous ship it is. I even delighted myself walking my dog Jack around the decks. Though one night I was sleeping in my bed when I felt this terrible shudder, waking me from my sleep and knocking over my luggage. My poor dog Jack was beside himself by the incident. Sadly, I did not make it to New York City. I didn't even survive the night. I am 50 years old the day I died on the Titanic with my beloved dog Jack by my side. My body was lost at sea and never recovered. My family gave me a beautiful memorial service that was held at the Manchester Congregational Church, and my marker placed here in Dalewood Cemetery in remembrance of me. Now, if you would follow me over to this angel statue, I would like for you to meet a good friend of mine, Mrs. Arthur Taylor. Mrs. Arthur Taylor was a good friend of mine. She erected this beautiful angel statue in memory of her husband, Arthur Taylor. Mrs. Taylor was born Claire Beatrice Lunaschloss. She was raised into a wealthy family from New Orleans. Blessed with beautiful features, Claire caught the attention of many suitors, one in particular, a Eugene Cowell, who became deeply infatuated with Claire. Though the relationship became quite scandalous. You see, he was already married to an Alice Hale, and together they had a daughter. Though being married did not stop Eugene from having an affair with Claire, nor did it stop his wife, who knew of his disloyalty, from filing a divorce. Eugene brought shame and embarrassment to his family. His father disinherited him over the incident. His wife then moved back home with her parents, taking their baby daughter with her. This angered Eugene, so he kidnapped his daughter and fled with her to Montreal. But he was soon tracked down by his wife, her brother, and a deputy sheriff. When they confronted Eugene and demanded that the child be returned, Eugene had already placed his daughter in the care of the Montreal convent. A fight broke out, with Eugene pulling out his revolver, ready to shoot anyone coming close. But the brother quickly disarmed him, firing a single shot, striking Eugene right into the neck. Eugene eventually recovered from his wounds, and his wife was granted the divorce. Sometime later, Claire and Eugene were married in 1891. Though a few years into the marriage, Eugene died suddenly, and Claire became widowed. In 1894, Claire met Arthur Taylor at a summer resort. The two grew very fond of one another, and were happily married by the end of the year. Arthur Taylor had bought a place right here in Manchester, Vermont on River Road and called it the Cascades. He turned it into one of the finest summer resorts in southern Vermont. Though on July 11, 1905, Arthur Taylor committed suicide at the Park Avenue Hotel, still dressed in his best suit. The hotel staff found him with a single gunshot wound to the head. No one knows why he committed suicide, and today it still remains a mystery. I want to thank you for visiting my father and I and hearing our stories, as we don't get many visitors much. Thank you, and have a good evening.